We have a strong clash here between Ebiakpo Sunshine from Bayelsa versus Udemba Chinyere from Delta State. The game starts off with pawn to e4, and we have Sicilian Defense 9 to f3. So now this is a double match between both players. They are fighting for the National Sports Festival Blitz medal, and this is an elimination round. So both of them are going to play two games against each other, and the best of the two games will determine who advances to the next level. We have 9g e7 and then short castles by white. Now pawn to a6. If the bishop goes back to a4, it will get trapped, so it captures, and then the other knight recaptures. And now pawn to d4. Now this is a good chance for white to seize the initiative, because a win here for any side would definitely help them in the second game after. So 9 takes, and now we've gotten to a very classical position, and black responds now with bishop to c5. Now 9 takes d4 was the correct move in the position, but 9 takes and c takes. The idea behind this move now is to play pawn to d5, and white responds with queen to h5, attacking the c5 bishop, and also maybe trying to bring out the bishop into the game. So black has to take time and then plays the move bishop to b5. Now the idea now for white is to play the move e4, but rather plays the move bishop to g5, now attacking the queen. And now the best move in the position for black is to play the move queen to a5, the coming out with the queen, and she finds the move queen to a5, attacking the king here in this position. And now the best move now for white now be to play the move rook a to e1, bringing up the least active piece into the game, but she thinks a bit, and the way the level of intensity of the board is so high, she decides to play the move queen to g4, which isn't bad. The idea will be just to bring the bishop back possibly to e3, and then create a tempo attacking this pawn. So both sides are playing for they're representing their states here. Queen takes, pawn captures, and now white wins. Now the idea now for white will be to simply maneuver his bishop by playing bishop to f4, and then possibly bringing it now to the d6 square. So the best move according to the engine now is bishop to d4, but she also has to get past the fear of sacrificing this pawn, because if the bishop is able to get on the d6 square, it would have a lot of compensation for white, but she decides to cling on to the pawn. And now we have the move queen to e5, a very strong move in the position. And now the best move again according to the engine is bishop to f4, and she finds the move bishop to f4, now attacking the queen. And now the best move for black in this position, although difficult to find, is the move pawn to h5. Now the idea of pawn to h5 is a counter-attacking move, such that if she captures this pawn now, which she does, it's a mistake because she blunders the g7 pawn and also the rook now. And now the bad thing about this now is that if the rook comes to f8, now the idea is that white has the shocking move bishop to d6 now. Now the idea with bishop to d6 now is that it threatens a complete mate that can't be stopped. So white has a winning position now, and black is forced to capture the bishop, because the bishop is a more severe threat than that rook on h8 square. So now the intensity of the board is increasing. Will white be able to win a medal for her state, or will black be able to defend this position solidly? So both sides are fighting as much as they can, trying to make their states proud and possibly earn a magnificent medal in this game. So black thinks a bit and finds the best move. Queen takes and the rook falls, king comes forward, and now the pawn falls also. Now the idea for black now will be to try and activate the remaining two least active pieces on the board carefully, and she does find the idea starting with the move bishop bishop to a6. Now the idea will be to bring the bishop now to c4 and then possibly there, but now she plays the move bishop rook to b1, and now bishop to a6 comes in. Now the idea is simple, to place the bishop on c5, and the queen is already well placed as it is, cutting the queen from giving checks. So the idea now will be to play the move bishop here, or possibly, but now pawn to a4. The idea now will be to bring the rook along the third rank possibly, and now black needs to find the idea, but is under serious time pressure, and she blunders again with queen to e5. Now this gives white the chance to come back check, but now the beautiful thing about this now is that at least black doesn't have this check here picking up the rook, so black is safe to actually retreat to the f square. But now the shocking thing about it is that the engine is even offering a queen exchange here. She decides to go back, and it's quite interesting. Rook a3 was actually the best move in the position, but she still finds rook to e1 now, and she plays the move queen to g7, avoiding queen exchange as much as possible, and the other rook comes into action, rook to d1, now attacking the d7 weakness, and now the other rook comes in, and this blunders the checkmate in one move. So queen to d8 checkmate, and she completely could ignore that threat. So it was a fantastic game here, and both sides will have to fight with reversed colors now, and I'll definitely cover that in the next video. Thank you for watching, and kindly like and subscribe for more. Bye for now, and see you in the next video.